Hey guys, just like chainsaws and fast cars, a gun can be a great tool. It can be a lot of fun, but it's also inherently dangerous. That's why it's very important to follow the gun safety rules, as shown to us here by our good friends at Patriot Patch Company. Remember, be safe, not sorry. Hey guys. One question I get asked a lot, whether it's in the comments of some of my videos or whether it's at just conversations and chats out at the range and places like that, is what do you carry? What do you recommend? What are your top 5 carry guns, so on and so forth. A lot of people are interested in whether they're new to concealed carry or even if they've been concealed carrying for years and years. They always want to know, what are you carrying and why? So I thought I'd put together my top 5 carry guns. And this is by no means an exhaustive list of all the guns that I might carry from one time or another for one reason or another, but these are my top 5. 5 guns that are the ones I carry the most often and the reasons I do. Oh, and just as a little extra bonus, I'm going to show for each one of them which holsters I typically prefer. Okay, coming in at number 5, the Ruger LC9 Pro. Reasons? Number 1 is the size. This thing is tiny, razor thin. It fits into deep concealment situations when you need it. Something you can carry when almost any other gun you have is too big, either because of the kind of clothes you have to wear, the event you're going to be participating in, or whatever the case might be. If you need small, this one fits the bill. In addition to that, it is simple and reliable. This one is the one without the safety. The Pro does not have the safety. That keeps it simple. It functions well with many different types and brands of ammo, specifically carry ammo. It feeds and ejects without malfunction and has very good quality magazines. The trigger on this gun is excellent. I've talked before about the caveats about it being light and crisp, so refer to those reviews. But the trigger is excellent and it is very conducive to giving you your best accuracy. The sights are very good, give you a great sight picture, and they're snag-free. Capacity is also good with 7 rounds in the magazine, whether it's this flush mount magazine or the one with the pinky extension. Both hold 7 rounds, so you have 7 plus 1 and a very thin, easy to carry backup magazine. Preferred holster for this gun is the multi-holsters. Kydex. This is an inside the waistband. You can see I've got it marked LC9S. If I don't write on my holsters, it takes me forever to find them when I need them. Inside the waistband, this one in the carbon fiber finish. It's a nice look. That is a small package to slip into a waistband. Number 5, Ruger LC9S Pro. The other holster that gets a lot of use with the LC9 Pro is the DeSantis pocket holster. And I've said in the past, this is sort of my go, no-go gauge for pocket carry. This one fits beautifully. That gets used a lot. Okay, next up, number 4, the Glock 30S. Because 45 ACP with good capacity in a fairly small package is always a good thing. And this is a fairly small package. It's thin enough to carry inside the waistband in cooler weather with looser clothing. A little bit more challenging in the summer, although you can do it. What are the basic reasons? Well, the Glock's simplicity and reliability. You don't ever have to worry about malfunctions or ammo issues or any of those things with this proven pistol. Another big reason, to be frank, is these Ameriglow sights that are aftermarket that I put on myself. I installed these Ameriglow sights quite some time ago, and they are nothing short of the best I own. I love these sights. This is an excellent sight picture. They are amazing. That makes it a desirable carry gun. Another reason is I can use Glock 21 magazines for my backup if I want to. Also, this is another good one to keep near the bedstand because you can have all those high-capacity magazines loaded and ready to go. If there's any manufacturers out there listening, I can't stress highly enough magazine compatibility. Amazing how many don't get that. Glock 30S, a little bit thinner than the regular Glock 30, thin enough that it makes a difference, makes it, to me, carryable, much more so than the Glock 30. Good capacity, 10 rounds of 45 ACP, and Glock reliability and durability. Favorite holster, Stealth Gear. This is an inside the waistband, fully padded and using their vent core technology and all of that. This is a fantastic holster. It is definitely the go-to holster for this. I chose the full-sized Stealth Gear holster because I want to be able to spread out the weight of this pistol with that fully loaded magazine of 45 ammo, and it really does help. Number 4, Glock 30S. Number 3, middle of the list, the HK P30 SK, and this is the LEM version of that. That's the law enforcement version. What that includes is night sights and a very, very sweet ultralight trigger. Reasons? Well, this really is the complete package of function and form. This is a top quality, absolute top quality firearm. It has good capacity and can be used with higher capacity magazines. So if you've got other HK 9mm, the magazines will work in this one as well, like the VP9, the larger P30. The gun is fully ambidextrous. And even though I'm right-handed, you never know when you're going to lose the use of your right hand, maybe when you're needing your gun the most. So it's good to have a pistol you can work equally well, or at least is capable of being worked equally well, with both hands. The ergonomics and the trigger are absolutely fantastic. This is one of the most comfortable guns you could ever hold or shoot, and as I had mentioned before, the trigger on the LEM is incredible. No malfunctions of any kind ever with this gun, and it runs every kind of ammo you want to feed it, especially all of the self-defense rounds. Holster, really have two choices here that I use. For inside the waistband, which is about half the time I'm using, guess what? Stealth Gear. That's starting to sound like a broken record, isn't it? Yep. Full-size Stealth Gear. Again, it helps balance out that weight inside the waistband and keeps it cool. Like those holsters a lot. But if I want to go outside the waistband, which I do sometimes with this gun because it is a little on the heftier side, so in cooler weather this time of year, this is winter, when I go outside the waistband, I do that in this multi-holsters outside the waistband. And this has the speed clips, which is nice. This holster also holds the VP9 and VP40 and VP9 SK. So this is a terrific holster. So there it is at number 3. One of the best firearms you can invest in, the HK P30 SK. And coming in at number 2, which is almost number 1, but not quite, the M&P 45 Shield from Smith & Wesson. Why? Because they don't make a 46 Shield, that's why. 45 ACP, baby. So if you're wondering why you don't see the M&P 9mm Shield on the list, it's because, well, if I'm going to carry a shield, I'm typically going to carry the 45 Shield. You really don't sacrifice much in the way of capacity versus the 9 or the 40, and it's almost exactly the same size. The differences are so small as to be nearly insignificant in terms of carry. The M&P Shield line in general has class-leading ergonomics and function. This gun, the 45 Shield, was the first one to have the M&P 2.0 grip texture, which I've got covered up with a Talon grip just because when you carry it, it's a little abrasive against bare skin. Also the first to have the trigger improvements and the forward serrations on the slide and so forth. So this really was the precursor to all of the 2.0 changes, about a year ahead. 45 Shield has excellent sights, as do all the Shields. It is reliable, it's simple, and durable. There's really nothing to not love about the 45 shield. Pretty much any shield for that matter. Favorite holster is the Stealth Gear Revolution inside the waistband. Sort of a hybrid. It's a lot of different types of material here. You got this sort of rubber backing and the Kydex shell and all that, but it is, I think, probably the only holster I actually have for this gun. That is the one I carry when I'm carrying it. Number 2, M&P 45 Shield. And my number 1 concealed carry gun, the one I go to more often than any other, maybe more often than all the others combined, the Glock 43. Why, you may ask? Am I a fanboy? No, not really. But I'll tell you, it comes down to a lot of things. Number 1, it is very small and very thin. Second only to the Ruger LC9 Pro on this list as far as being small and easy to carry and conceal. Fits in the pocket very often with the DeSantis Nemesis pocket holster. You can carry it in the waistband, you can carry it outside the waistband. There's just so many ways to carry this gun. The Glock's simplicity and reliability obviously play a big part. It's easy to trust this gun and know that it's going to work. Hundreds and hundreds of rounds I've shot through it and proven its reliability to myself with all kinds of ammo. It has acceptable capacity with the caveat of making sure you have a reload carried with you somewhere. So less capacity than a lot of others in its class, but again, if I've got that second magazine, I'm okay with that. These new XS F8 sights that I just recently put on it are night sights. They're a dot on top of a dot type with a blacked out rear. That makes a big difference. That actually makes it a better all-purpose gun than it was even before. And honestly, one of the main reasons why the Glock 43 is my number 1 carry gun is because I have more holsters for it. And so I have more carry options. I showed you the pocket holster, the DeSantis pocket holster, that it often gets carried in. Also, inside the waistband, this multi-holster inside the waistband holster is fantastic. I love it, and it gets used a lot. And sometimes I want to go outside the waistband, even with this small gun. It's great for outside the waistband because it is so thin, and you can get away with that. And again, we're going to multi-holsters for an outside the waistband holster. Extremely well made, and you can see this one has their speed clips, so I can slip it on and off my belt without taking the belt off, which is awesome. So my number 1 of my top 5, at least for now, the Glock 43. Okay, so there was my top 5. I know it may not be your top 5, and some of my choices might annoy you. Well, let me know down below in the comments, what would your list look like? What am I overlooking that is something that you like to carry that maybe I should look into? Thanks for watching.